Here in Gettysburg, history is everywhere you turn. On the battlefield, in the town, and even on the rails. Today, we're stepping aboard the Gettysburg Railway, a one-of-a-kind experience that lets visitors see this hallowed ground from a whole new perspective. These beautifully restored 1950s Bud passenger cars take us back to a golden age of train travel, while offering a front row seat to some of the most iconic landscapes in American history. From rolling farmland to key sites tied to the Battle of Gettysburg, this journey is part history lesson and part scenic adventure, with some popcorn and pretzels along the way. In this episode, we'll ride along with Katie from Gettysburg Railway to learn how this living piece of history connects past and present here in Gettysburg. All aboard the Destination Gettysburg podcast. Alrighty, so I'm here on board the Gettysburg Railway with Katie.
Yes.
How are you doing?
Great. How are you? Thanks for being with us today.
I am so excited. I've never been on, I'm going to say, an actual train. I've been on an Amtrak train, but this is my first time actually on in this case, a 1950s Bud car.
Yes.
It's really exciting.
It's an exciting train. It's made up of 1950s era Bud cars, and they're coming from a variety of places. So we've got a car that was originally an Amtrak luggage car that was completely transformed. We've got two cars that were from the Ringling Brothers circus consist as well. They were completely transformed. So we've got a lot of mix of that style car, brought that down to the studs, just like you would if you were redoing a house or a building, and built it completely back up. So everything is built for the comfort of riders, passengers in the car. Every car has also been built for first class service, so they're all equal comfort.
It looks that way, it feels that way. All of these seats are very, very comfortable. It's a nice feeling when you're in here. How long did it take to establish this project? I mean, you have other trains throughout the country with Patriot Rail, but how long did it take to bring this train to Gettysburg?
Yes. So Patriot Rail, we own and operate 3 other excursion trains.
Okay.
So our first excursion train is in Blue Ridge, Georgia, and that came to us with our Georgia freight property there.
Okay.
Just a wonderful excursion, wonderful activity. They also have the rail bikes. And then we have 2 excursion trains in the state of New Hampshire, one in Lincoln, one in Meredith, and they also have some rail bikes there. So we were in the business, and then 2 years ago we had the idea, our leadership team had the idea to bring back a passenger train to Gettysburg. So we knew one has been here and there would be a market for it. There would be an interest for seeing the area from the rails.
Yes, it's beautiful because right now I think it looks like we're up on a hill. But yeah, you see a lot of the countryside surrounding Gettysburg. You hear about of course, the Battle of Gettysburg. The orchards around the area play a big part in your journey. How many? I would imagine that throughout the year you have different holidays come up and so forth. Are there different themes you have for different train rides?
Yes, so our most popular theme on our other trains, of course, are always your fall foliage and your Santa train, your Christmas lights. Everybody's familiar with Polar Express, and that's popular. One thing we're going to be doing in Gettysburg, though, is actually testing out various themes, a theme per month. And that's anything from a Taste of the Region train. It can be a mimosa train. It could be a family-oriented theme. You name it. It's really an open blank canvas for us. All of this furniture can be moved out. New furniture can be moved in. It's really kind of like a ballroom on steel wheels, and we can just get creative.
That's really cool because, I mean, my mind automatically goes to, like you mentioned, parties.
South Mountain is the northern
weddings and so forth.
Of the famous Blue Ridge Mountain Range in Tennessee, Virginia, and Maryland.
Now we're going across the tracks here.
Extends about 70 miles from the
South
Potomac
Mountain
River
Range is
to
just off to our right.
Pennsylvania.
Just going to pick up the camera here so we can kind of see this.
During the French and Indian War, the mountain provided protection for area settlers against enemy raids and incursions from the west. And during the Civil War, it served a critical role in disguising the movements of the invading Confederate forces.
Yeah, see, right now it's fall time, obviously, because we're here late September. But yeah, anytime throughout the rest of the year,
Yes.
this will change dramatically.
And this is one of the largest horse farms in the area.
Okay.
The gentleman who owns this property, he runs the carriage rides.
Okay.
One of the only tour provider on the actual battlefield with the horse and
Oh, okay.
carriage. So you get to see a little bit of, both sides looking out the windows. You can sit in either direction. The train does come out on a single track and go back to the depot on a single track. So you're going to get a bit of both directions
Okay.
from your seat.
What are the typical types of people who ride on the train? Like, are there all kinds of different people, I would imagine?
We really had a great mix here. We have a very big group business, of course. Everybody knows Gettysburg for the tours and the attractions. So this is popular for groups. We can hold 55 on a car,
Okay.
which is in close proximity to what is on a tour bus. So we got a big tour groups, school groups, anybody from a history buff to a rail buff to you just want that nostalgic,
Yes.
get on a train, sit back, relax, unplug, get off your screen, get off your phone,
Yes.
and look out the window.
Yeah, if I wasn't using my phone to record
Right.
this right now, I wouldn't be using it at all.
Exactly.
I mean, it's just one of those things where you don't get to see this every day.
Right.
Just getting by all these different areas,
Right.
especially with fall foliage. I just saw a deer go by. You missed it, but
Yeah.
it's just
You always do see the
Yes.
deer out here, but it's funny. We have modernized. We make sure we have plugs and outlets at every seat, so you can plug in a laptop
For the
or a
early
phone.
settlers, life on the frontier during
But it
colonial
is about
times
going
was a
back in
harsh
time and
existence.
enjoying a train ride.
During the French and Indian War, many settlements were raided by enemy forces. And
It's nice you
dozens of
have this
civilians
overhead
were killed,
audio
carried off as
that people can hear stories.
Local men formed militia units and marched into western
All
Pennsylvania
different
together
kinds
with
of,
British forces. And eventually
stories
the
that they're
threat was
telling.
eliminated
We
with the
partnered
capture
with,
of Fort Duquesne
Gettysburg
at
History.
present-day
Okay.
Pittsburgh
So we
in
co-wrote the scripts
1758.
with their two historians at
One of the
Gettysburg
local
History.
Okay.
heroes of the French and
And
Indian War
it's
was Colonel
it's
Hans
a
Hamilton.
growing, living
An
thing.
early
Every
settler
now and then
who
we'll
at
have
one time
somebody
owned
pop
much
up
of the land
and
in
ride
area
the train
we're riding through
and hit
now.
us with a "Did you know"
20
fact,
years
and so
later,
we take it
men
back
from
to
this area
the
once
history
again rallied
buffs
to defend their homes
there at
and
Gettysburg
villages,
History,
this time
and we
serving in
update
the
the script or
Continental Army
add to
against the
it.
British
So
during
it's
the
been fun.
American
It's been a
Revolution.
learning lesson for all of us.
That's
Today,
amazing.
Cemeteries and churchyards across Adams County are filled with the graves
We'll
of
just
these
give it a couple seconds
revolutionary
to-
patriots.
Let the audio go. There we go. So I was going to ask about that actually, because a good deal of your work putting this train together has been working with other organizations in the area, like you mentioned, historians and so forth. Are there key organizations that you've worked with that you want to mention in particular?
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll start back at the depot.
Okay.
The college actually owns the depot, so the railroad leases the depot building from Gettysburg College. They've been a huge partner. They also have a very large culinary team that has agreed to provide meals on the train. Not for parties including alcoholic beverages, but snack boxes, charcuterie boards, that type of snack and box lunch. Then we also have partners with the hotels, the Courtyard Marriott and the Wyndham and some others that will help us as well when we have larger events. So we've got a lot of partners that helped us get to this point.
Yes.
And then I would say the partners are literally countless on the themes and the specialties. Everybody from a private property owner to a grocery to a coffee shop has reached out, and we're kind of working behind the scenes to see what we can do and bring a unique spin.
Well, I'll tell you right now, when I bring my kids on this train, not if, but when I bring them on on this train,
Yes.
6 and a 9-year-old,
Yes.
they will not have a device in their hand. They will be enjoying this. I'm just curious, have you ever seen The Big Bang Theory?
Yes.
Okay. Sheldon Cooper.
Yes.
his love of trains.
Yes.
When I'm on this train right now, it's popped into my head right now. I feel like Sheldon Cooper being like so excited about being on this train. Yes.
To reduce
It's
the national
amazing
debt.
how from the little
Farmers in
ones
Western
all the way up to the grandparents,
Right.
it's just a level of excitement you can't experience in other places.
In 1794,
So forgive me if you mentioned this earlier, but I'm not sure. Would there be any potential for like a cider train?
Yeah, so actually this Sunday we're testing out our first cider train. So a complimentary hot cider would come on board. But that's just the first example of many of how we do theme trains that are most importantly region and specific to the area, but also with all of our partners in town. If you think about a railroad, we have neighboring property owners on both sides of our track the whole length, you know? And so we want to be partners with them, they want to be partners with us, and it's just a great relationship. So we're looking forward to that. Probably once a month we will have a variation of the themes.
Have visited Gettysburg since Washington.
And we will put that out there. We will get that on the social channels, we'll have that on the website. If you haven't subscribed to the newsletter on the website, you should. We send out that newsletter monthly to let everybody know what's going on and what's new.
So that's great to know that you have ways to get in touch with people to let them know what's coming up. You know, this day and age, everything's social media.
Right.
But at the same time, with your newsletter, that'll be a really good group of people that you'll be able to talk to on occasional.
Yes. And we answer questions. We have an email address on there, so we'll answer questions.
Okay.
Group tickets, what discounts do we offer? And all of that stuff kind of varies, so it's nice to just have that connection.
Excellent. Yeah, just taking a little journey around here. I'm going to pick up the camera here so we can kind of look out the window.
It's a lot to see.
See what we've got. Yeah, it's really amazing this time of year with the fall foliage.
It's beautiful. And we really only have 1 month, maybe 4 to 6 weeks downtime for maintenance. So you actually get to see all of your seasons from the train.
So how do people book their journey? I mean, do you call up the phone or?
I would say 3 different ways.
Okay.
You can, the fastest way that I think the majority we are finding are going on through our actual website.
Okay.
Just the direct Gettysburg Excursion Railway.com.
Okay.
But then we also have Viator, we have the Get Your Guide, we've got, you know, if you're jumping on Google, you'll be able to come in through other platforms as well. And then there's your traditional, they walk in the door. So they either call the depot to pick up a ticket, or they walk in the door to get a ticket.
Excellent.
Providing locals with
75-minute round trip, so we do tell people, give yourself every bit of 2 hours.
Okay.
That gives you time to park. The parking is not at the depot. The general parking is just 2 driveways.
Yeah, it wasn't an issue. It's very easy to park.
No, and we have that listed on the website. We remind folks when they get their tickets, but we ask that you make that time, give yourself that buffer, so nobody's rushing and we're not worried that you're going to miss the train. The train does leave the station on time because we have a schedule.
Yes. Well, it's important because this isn't, you're not the king of the track, so to speak.
Right.
This isn't the only train on this track. You share a track with CSX, is that correct?
We don't, we share an interchange with them.
Interchange,
so
okay.
This is our railroad, but we serve them, and we do run freight during other windows of operation outside of the passenger service.
Okay. Yeah, it's amazing how smooth the ride is. Earlier I was a little concerned because I didn't know how the camera was gonna sit on the table, if it was gonna be all jumping around, but no, it's really quite a smooth ride.
It's just enough of that rock to remind you that the rocking along with the train horn gives that feeling, just a classic, we're taking a train.
I love that sound.
Native Americans inhabited
Love it.
Pennsylvania
It's amazing.
for more than 10,000 years prior to the arrival of Europeans. In the absence of preserved written records, much of
Now,
what
you
we
mentioned
know about their
earlier
existence
about
comes from
the
evidence
cars
they left behind.
and them being involved with the
Over
circus
years,
and then being
thousands of
redone.
artifacts have been
Some of
discovered
them,
in
yeah,
Adams
and
County.
one of them was
Mostly
also.
near
Oh, look at this.
camps
We've got
and
some
villages
popcorn.
existed
Wow.
long
Thank
ago.
you. Would you like some popcorn?
Sure, I love
These
some
indigenous
popcorn.
peoples developed
This is
unique
amazing.
cultures, provided for their families, and built
But
complex
I'll get to the popcorn here in a second because that's
That's a whole
something
other topic.
something else I want to talk about. But with the trains being redone, how long did it take to redo these cars? I know what went into them, but how long did it take?
And don't hold me to the actual number. I'd say an estimate, 18 months.
Okay.
Completely taking them down and bringing them back up and reconfiguring, as well as placing the furniture in the cars.
Okay.
The painting of the cars. So this is actually a wrap. It looks cherry wood. It is a
Okay.
wrap.
Okay.
So all of those unique features came together approximately 18 months.
Okay.
Two different contractors that do this type of work, very specialized work, that they transform rail cars in the heritage fleet is what we call that.
Excellent.
Yes.
Now to the important thing, the popcorn.
Yes, that was tasty.
Not to say everything you just said was not important, but there's a concessions car on this train.
Yeah, so we have a cafe car all the way to the back.
Oh, we got a cookie too? A pretzel. All right, I'll take a pretzel.
We have a cafe car all the way to the back with
Okay.
tons of snacks, popcorn, slushies, pretzels, you name it. And then that's also the car where we can house some of our specialty themed trains. So if we have cider, taste of the region trains, all of that we can host back in the cafe car. And it's open throughout the entire ride. So while we are a very bring your snack friendly train,
Okay.
we welcome you to bring your snacks.
We are now
also
passing
have
over Conewago Creek, an Iroquois term meaning at the place of the rapids. Waterways like this one, running through the northern and eastern
Yeah, this is
portions
a
of
really
Adams
pretty
County,
shot.
Yeah.
flow into the Susquehanna River and the Chesapeake Bay. In the south and west, streams make their way to the Monocacy River and eventually to the Potomac. These ancient waterways were vital to the lives of both Native Americans and the Europeans who came after them.
This is a very comfortable ride. I mean, it's not a hot time of year, but I can imagine that the general atmosphere is very cool and inviting. Aside from just the comfortable seats.
Yeah, we usually we only really have the heat.
Okay.
During the summer months.
Okay.
Other than that, it stays pretty cool. We do have all of the cars are air conditioned cars though, so we do have the ability to keep it cool during the summer. But that's really the only time that we battle.
Okay.
We do use a special paint on the top of the cars. You'll notice they're the navy blue, presidential blue on the bottom. They're a different type of grayish silver that actually doesn't attract the heat, doesn't attract the sun. So
Nice.
that helps as well.
Outstanding. Is there anything you'd like to, I don't know, point out or you're really excited about for the future with the train now? It just started in August.
Yeah, it just started
August
in
2025,
August.
so.
Yeah, and I think the most exciting thing that everybody should know is just to stay tuned.
Okay.
There's going to be a lot that happens with this train. There's a lot of potential. We're excited to bring this. This is not our train. We view this as this is Gettysburg's train. And we've worked so closely with the borough and all of our project partners to bring it to life here. But now we can step in and create. And Gettysburg is known for that. Gettysburg is known for a town where you try things and people come here and they create things. things. And we're just excited to give everything, all those ideas that were jotted down along the way across those 2 years, put them to the test, see what works, see what everybody likes. So it'll be fun, something new around the corner all the
I
time.
need your attention
Excellent.
for a very important safety
We don't want
announcement.
anybody to ride the
train is
train
about
and
to
leave,
stop.
and that
If
was
you are
their
currently
one
standing
memory.
in one of the
We
cars,
want it to
please
create
be
lasting
seated.
memories and family
If you are walking
traditions.
through the train,
Well, I can
we
definitely
ask that
see
you
the-
take your seat
the
and
promise of
secure
that
any loose
going
items,
forward.
as items may shift while we stop.
So now is the halfway point.
Okay.
So they will stop the train. They will, what we call, throw it in reverse.
Okay.
And then we will be pushing back to the depot.
Gotcha.
So this is a great time. You'll hear the safety messages, so you know when it's going to stop and when it'll start. This is a great time. People usually get up, use the restroom, go to the cafe car, take a little
Okay.
break in between the cars, walk to a different car if they need to, even if they've got friends or family in another car. Go hang out, say hello, and wait for the return trip to start.
Beautiful. Well, I can't thank you enough for joining me here today.
Well, thank you so much.
I'm gonna be walking around and taking in some of these sites and just enjoying it. I'll
Yes.
enjoy the popcorn and the pretzels too.
Yes, thanks for having me as well.
no, I appreciate it.
Come back.
We'll do.
Yeah.
What a ride. In every sense of the word, today we experience the Gettysburg Railway not just as passengers, but as time travelers, seeing these historic landscapes the way so many did before us, from the rails. A special thank you to Katie and the entire team here at Gettysburg Railway for preserving this incredible piece of history and sharing it with visitors from all over the world. When you're planning your trip to Gettysburg, make sure to add the railway to your plans. From the battlefields to the orchards and a lot in between, it's a journey into the story of this place. And you can learn more and book your ride at gettysburgrailway.com. And as always, thank you for joining me on the Destination Gettysburg podcast. Until next time, I'm Rick Kennis, inviting you to discover your own adventure here in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.